Guys, I am deeply, deeply hurt for my girl Kate Martin. I am. My heart is shattered for her. I'm heartbroken watching that interview that she gave. It it just broke me. It just broke my freaking heart. It why? Why, Valkyries? Why do you have to do that? I don't know where to start. Um, my heart is absolutely broken right now. It's shattered. Um, my I am hurt for Kate Martin. I am really, really devastated and hurt for her. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, she did an interview after signing with the LA Sparks. And she got emotional, and you could tell she was just distraught, devastated. When reflecting on her time leaving the Valkyries and, not having a job for a little bit and then signing with the Sparks, you know how much the Golden State Valkyries, how much Natalie Nakase meant to her. And you could just tell, I mean, she started tearing up, and me just watching that shattered me into pieces. I mean, you think that there's particles all over the floor right now. Well, that's my heart. I'll tell you that. And I feel so damn bad for her. I feel so disgusted by the Valkyrie organization. I mean, like I said, Natalie Nakase and the GM for the Valkyrie should have been fired on the spot, not only after this BS, but after the Flau'jae Johnson debacle. I mean, you pick a person, the player that's a transcendent player, a superstar in the making, number 8 overall. And not only do you trade that person, you trade him to a division rival, which doesn't make sense to begin with. And then guess what? Oh, we did it for salary cap reasons. What's the salary cap reason for you trading a transcendent player, number 8 overall pick? And not only do you trade that player, you trade it to a division rival. And not only that, you get 2 second-round picks in return, which is pathetic to begin with, because you never trade that high of a pick for a couple second-round picks. And not only that, the player that you drafted after making those trades, you cut her before training camp even ended. So you basically ended up with nothing. Those 2 should have been fired after that. And then you have this mess where you end up cutting Kate Martin, who was your sixth man or sixth woman. She was the Energizer Bunny. Are you trying to get this team to tank this team after a very successful first season and eventually move the team? I mean, it's a freaking joke. That's what it is. Kate Martin was the player that was tremendous from downtown last year. She was really good at scoring. She was a fan favorite. Are you trying to exile the fan base? Is that what you're trying to do with this nonsense? Like, I don't get it. I really don't. And it's been a week since it's happened, and I still don't get it. I'll tell you guys that. But I felt so bad and so hurt. And I'm not even the biggest women's basketball fan. Like, I'm not even the biggest women's basketball fan. Like, there's certain players that I do like. Caitlin Clark, for example. I think Paige Beckers is a good young player. Is she the savior of Dallas basketball? I highly doubt that. That's up for debate. I think Masai Ujiri is more of the savior of Dallas basketball, but that's a different story for a different day. Do I think she can get a little over the top with her reactions? Yes, I do. I think what's happened yesterday, I'm not a fan of it, but she's still a good player. I like Shanae Ogwumike, AZ Fudd, good player. Kate Martin she quickly became one of my favorite players because of how electric she was off the bench. I was like, oh wow, she's good. Oh my God. She got discarded by the Las Vegas Aces, who were a championship team, and she got put on a Valkyries team. She was expected to lead that team. And she knows the head coach from their days with the Aces. They have a good relationship, long-standing, close relationship. And for her to get cut just like that, like, I feel really bad. I know how much the Valkyries meant to her, how much being on an expansion franchise, trying to carve out your own legacy, how much that meant. Just seeing that interview like that shattered me into a million pieces. That really broke my heart. Just seeing her like tearing up. Like I said, the Bay Area meant a lot to her. The Valkyrie organization meant a lot to her. Natalie Nakase, I guess, was considered a strong mentor for her, but it sucks. It really, really sucks. And, the Valkyries are going to regret it big time cutting her. I mean, that's just, I don't know. Like, it's a move that I still don't agree with. I still don't get. And, I hope Kate Martin ends up going out there and balling out, kicking butt, because it looked like she turned the corner and she was doing well with Golden State. Looks like it was the big break for her, but sadly, it didn't turn out that way. And hopefully she gets a good opportunity with the Sparks, and is able to ball out there with the Sparks. But man, that video just shattered the crap out of me, man. It really did. Like, it really broke my heart. And yeah, I know it's a business, but in sports, yes, we know it's a business. We know sports is a business, but you also got to take the human side of it too, and it just sucks. It really, really does suck. And man, just seeing her like that, like, just wow, I just wanted to give her a hug. But anyways, guys, we got some comments. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I know this was just a quick video. By the way, I am going to be releasing a video later on tonight on my Asian Skip Bayless page. We'll talk about the Oilers getting denied the opportunity to talk to Bruce Cassidy, why they are doing their current head coach dirty, and why their current head coach should resign and get away from that dirty organization. But let's look at the comments before we call it a day. Callan McClurg. Hey, what's up, Callan? He says, Callan Mac 94. Ooh, this is a new channel for Callan. No more Callan Mac Sports, huh? Maybe this new channel means more positive comments coming your boy's way. Callan says, sadly, my man, this is part of the business. Yeah, I know it sucks. It really freaking sucks. Feel really bad for her. I know this is part of the business, like I said, but it just sucks. Like, the human aspect of it, great relationship, great bond. You think you've turned a corner in your career just to get the door shut on you. Like, it really does suck. Hopefully you get better, by the way, Kellen. I heard that you're not feeling well. Prayers up for a speedy recovery. Right there. Callan hit the nail on the head. Sports world can be a cruel world. Yes, it really, really can be. Callan says, and the GM said the trade deal with Seattle was already in place before the pick was even made. Well, look, that could be the case, but it still doesn't make sense why the player that you cut her. Like you basically got nothing at the draft. And then Callan says, LOL, they're not going to move the team, dude. The second year of any upstart franchise is always a struggle. Just ask SDFC of Major League Soccer. Typical sophomore slump. No, this reminds me of John Fisher stripping the A's down and then moving them away. Like, you had such high expectations. You had a great year. You had all these fan favorites. And you do all this stupid nonsense just to torpedo the franchise. Joe Lacob has already said he was hesitant about paying that $50 million to begin with, the expansion fee. Maybe it's a cop-out. Maybe that's what this is. But anyways, really feel bad for Kate Martin. Once again, hopefully she can bounce back to show the world, like, hey, what a player you missed out on, and emerge from the shadows of Caitlin Clark's running mate at Iowa, and be a star, and be that great player that she could be. But anyways, guys, it's been a great show. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Once again, we're gonna have that Oilers video, explosive Oilers video, coming up tonight on the Asian Skip Bayless page. So make sure you guys tune in for that. This video will also be uploaded onto the Asian Skip Bayless page. So make sure you guys give me a like, a follow, subscribe, all that stuff. And we are going to be having Sports Weekly come your way tomorrow. I will be talking about that Paige Beckers drama, by the way. So make sure you guys tune in for that. It's going to be a great show. We're going to talk a lot more as well. Some hockey stuff, basketball, football, baseball, all that good stuff. But until then, guys, stay safe. Stay healthy. I got to go back to work. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. And to Kate Martin, we love you. Go be great.